Good morning. Coming to you on this Monday morning with okay, I'm not going to lie. There's a tiny amount of makeup. Like literally all I did was put on some mascara to define my eyes a little bit. But I have nothing else on. I haven't combed my hair. In fact, I haven't even readjusted the barrette since I got up because I slept with it in last night, so I'm sure that's lovely. But there's kind of a reason that I'm pointing all of this out, right? Today I want to talk about perfectionism because how many of us try to present a very specific image or, in some way be perfect. In some way we have to meet this arbitrary standard that we've kind of set for ourselves. It's not even something that, is like a dress code or whatever. Sometimes there's that. But I'm talking about the other stuff. I'm talking about the stuff that no one has said. This is how you have to do it. Or if they did, it was when we were a child and it was someone else's standard, right? I remember my mother used to, if there was one of the kids that had to go to the emergency room, she would stop, put on her Sunday best, put on full face of makeup, and fix her hair because she just could not stand the thought of being seen out in public without everything perfect. I remember when I moved out of the house, that was one of the first things I threw away because it was just too much. It wasn't worth the effort when, say, I guess it was a couple years after I moved out of the house, but I was a couple months, from giving birth. And I'm like, what's the point? Why do I have to look perfect for everyone? And I used to do that too. I used to do the whole, makeup had to be perfect and whatever. I was an overachiever in college until I hit my grad program, at which point I'm going, you know what? I'm working twice as hard as other people to get the same grade. And I know if I backed off, I'd still get the same grade because I was doing too much. So, how many of us have those perfectionistic tendencies? I mean, first we have to identify what perfectionism looks like within us. You might ask yourself, what are your biggest fears? What's your biggest source of stress? Once you kind of have that, you can start developing some different strategies for managing it. We need to accept that mistakes are part of life. They are just absolutely part of life for everyone, and it's how we learn. Perfectionists, we tend to be extra hard on ourselves and more hard on ourselves than other people are. We focus on the flaws. We don't focus on the positives. We don't focus on the things that we do well. Einstein said, everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll spend its entire life believing it's stupid. And that was something that kind of hit me pretty hard when I first heard it, because I started looking, I'm like, okay, all right, what is my particular brand of genius? And my brand of genius is going to be different from your brand of genius. Everyone's got it though. If this is something that you struggle with and you want to talk about, I am more than happy to discuss this with you. So reach out.